Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. Right, this is the first car I'm doing for one of my neighbors. He approached me last Saturday for me if I could have a look at this, and I said yeah, bring it on Wednesday and I will have a look. So he left me the key because the guy is at work. He left me the key, so I just picked up the car and we're gonna have a look. So the problem with this, I believe I capture this. Well, I have a feeling that this is going to be the start of a breakdown that I've captured already in the past on a Tiguan. But we're going to investigate and just confirm that if this is the problem or not. And basically the problem with the car is, guys, every now and then, which is actually often to be fair, when you turn the key, it's really hard to turn the key. Look, it's obviously you can't feel it, but Jesus, it nearly looks like you're going to break the key. It's not always, well, it's definitely really difficult to turn the key. Oh, now we turned okay. Now we turned okay. Turn okay now. Turned okay. Oh, here we go. Ugh. So, I think this is the infamous steering lock breaking down inside. I pre-warned the owner that it might be, it depends what is breaking inside, but usually the best way, or it can be one of the things that we're going to have to do, is remove the steering lock function. Obviously you still need the key to obviously turn the barrel, etc. But once you take the key, at the moment obviously the steering lock works. I don't know in which position, but it definitely works because I've seen it. I don't know, it definitely locks, but obviously if we have to remove that, then the steering lock will not lock. So I pre-warned the guy about that. He said it's fine if I need to take that function off, if that's what it takes. And the guy is obviously concerned that one day you'll get to the car and he will be left stranded because he can't really turn the key. And you guys have seen that already on the Tiguan I've done in the past, where the car actually had to come on a recovery track. So yeah, what we're going to do literally is just dismantle the steering column, remove the barrel, and hopefully dismantle it and try to inspect, try to understand what's happening inside of this barrel. And see if we either can fix it or if we can mend it somehow to make it to turn freely. So without further ado, let's go. Okay, not sure how many of you are going to be interested in this part. So obviously you have a screw right here underneath. You take it off and then you literally just pry this open. I'm going to try to do this without removing the steering. So all I had to do so far is you turn the steering until you expose, until you expose that screw in there. And then obviously I'm going to have to turn the other way to expose the screw on the other side, and that should allow me to remove the bottom side of this trim. The top side is already out, and then that should allow me to remove the steering lock or the steering barrel, whatever. Okay, and this is actually interesting because when the guy came here on Saturday, I definitely removed the key and the steering lock locked in position. But now, as I was here turning the steering to obviously get into these screws, the key is out and the steering is not locking at all. I already went nearly left to right and it doesn't lock. Which means to me that the steering lock inside is definitely on his way out. So the day he came, when I took the key, the mechanism inside actually moved into place. Now it's not moving, so it's definitely something broken inside and it's jamming inside. So I would dare to say that this would be a matter of time until the guy would be left stranded. So let's kind of carry on with this. Okay, so this side is already loose, as you can see in there, look, see? Okay, now we're going to do that side, and I'm going to show you only this bit so you can see exactly how I do it. Special because on this one, so these are what they call security bolts, so the head snaps once this is tightened. Luckily this doesn't tie too much before the head snaps, so what I usually do is I just hammer the thing out. Definitely 9 position for this one. We try to create an indentation on the head. There we go, he's already starts to move. Look, see? There we go. Can you see him moving? There we go. So now it's just a matter of a little bit of patience and carry on turning these things. There we go. Until they both come out. Okay, screws are out, and now let's gonna wiggle this steering lock out of here. There we go, guys. I've just dropped the lock, and as you're gonna see, there it is. The steering lock is retracted when it should be fully extended. So definitely this steering lock is breaking inside, and this is the big issue with these things. So well, actually, let's gonna take this to the bench and do the rest of the work in there. Okay, so let me just show you this again. So obviously we've already seen it, but so ignition on, and this would be crank. Ignition off, well, off, idle position or on position. Ignition off, key out, and this should have popped up. So obviously, repeating myself, the steering lock is actually not working this time. It was on that day, 100%. It was working, and these guys would be a matter of time until the guy would get stranded. I don't even know if I do. It'll be interesting to see. Well, it's definitely not coming out. Well, regardless, let's gonna dismantle this thing and get hold of the bits that's bad inside. So usually to dismantle these things, obviously I'm going to pull the barrel out here at the front. To do that, you need to put key on, okay, and then in this little opening there, you need to put in this little opening right there, you see there, I don't know if you can see, right there, with the key on, you put a pin in there. That will push a little tab inside, which will allow you to pull the entire barrel out. So we're going to do that, and once that's done, we will carry on. Okay, and here it is. So let me show you. So that's the pin I've used with the key in the on position, and the barrel slides out. Now I'm gonna have to pull a, let me see if I can show you this. There is a white ring inside that you're gonna have to pull out. So this ring here, this white ring here, plastic, is gonna have to come out. I need to do these on the vise, guys, because otherwise it's very difficult to do. Well, it's not difficult, it can be done, but with a couple picks I should be able. Is first bit, and now the rest of it. Where's my pliers? the rest of it should start to come out. There it is. Just be careful with these little springs everywhere, etc. So this part here looks like is in quite good shape. Doesn't look like that anything is broken on this. So whatever is broken is going to be elsewhere, I think. Okay, so the pin needs to come out. I'll pull the pin later. So let me pull now. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Because this bit now will not come out. There we go. And that just popped out now. Look at that. Now I need to pull. Does it come off? I think. I need to pull the whole thing in there. That one is too big. I think it's that one. So now to pull this thing out, if I recall this correctly, there's a pin here on the side. So this pin needs to come off. That is in one piece, which is good. I don't know, I have a feeling that to remove this, I think I need to pull this thing out. Oh, sorry guys, I think I need to pull this thing out, if I recall correctly. And then this middle here comes off. Yeah, I think I do need. Just not sure. Okay. Let me get this done. Let me try to get this thing out, because I think this is a pin inside. I think inside here there is a pin that holds all of these mechanisms in place. And I think I need to, if I recall correctly, I need to take these off in order to be able to dismantle the rest of the lock. So let's kind of get that done. Okay, so a little bit of a drilling in the middle, and you do expose a spring inside. I'm just not sure there's anything else that's supposed to come out. I think there is a pin inside, so I might need to drill these a little bit bigger. Yeah, I think I do need to drill that bigger. Yeah, that needs to be bigger. Oh, that's spinning now. That's no good. There it is. Oops. It's out. And now, I'm not sure. Give me a second. Okay, so enough to put a little bit of a screw on that little thing, pull it out. There we go. So this is what the spring that was being pushed by this was doing. We're keeping this little lock pushed in. And now I should be able to remove this thing somehow. Not sure how. There you go. So now you come out, and there it is. Look, as soon as I pull it out, let me show you. There it is. Look at that. Focus. Look at that. It's a piece of metal that broke from somewhere inside the lock and was jamming all of this. Let me see if I can figure out where this was coming from. Does not seem to be from this part. Oops. So might be from here. There it is. It's from in there. You're not going to be able to see it, but it's from there. From that little ledge in there. And there should be another one because there's... there is. And there is another one. So that was one bit from one side. And where's the other one? It's here. Let's see if I can pull the other one. The other one is right there. I know you can't see it. There it comes, the other bit. There it is. There it is. So I'm not going to put the lock back in because I don't want this to happen again. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put all of these back on, but without the lock in place. So I will put these in place. I'm gonna grease all these up before, but then I will put this. And I'll put these like so. I'll just not put that middle one. Maybe. I don't want anything else to break on this thing. So let me think how we're gonna do this. Let me think. Okay, all back together, obviously without the lock. Now, I could have put everything back on without these two pieces of metal. Without these, okay, these two bits. But I just don't want some stuff to break again and then cause the same or even a worse issue. So obviously we're just gonna try and make sure this is linked here in the right place, but key on, crank, and it's really smooth now, obviously. I greased everything before I put everything back on, and yeah, we're just gonna put it on the car. I'm not gonna worry to seal these here because this is inside the steering column itself. We're just gonna probably seal these here so no dust gets inside, but other than that, looks pretty good. We're just gonna quickly try on the car, make sure the switch is everything's in the right position, and that's about it really. So that's gonna give it a go. I'm not gonna record that. If it is, obviously I'll just seal this and then I will show you the final result. I'm just gonna try on the car to make sure again that this is all aligned with the switch here at the front, so we have ignition and then crank and all that good stuff. Okay, I do confirm that everything is working spot on. I already got 2 bolts to replace the security ones, and we're just gonna seal this hole with a little bit of silicone so no dust gets inside, and then we'll just put everything back on the car. Okay, so the hole, as I said, is now sealed with a little bit of silicone, and now we can just put all of these back together. I'd have to touch it, didn't I? Right, so this goes there, and let me connect the transponder antenna first, like so. Oh, not again. It goes there, exactly. Now there it is. Now you come here. Okay. Now the bolts. All of this is in place. Okay, everything's in place. Right, so just the plastic covers to go back in, but I will show you now that everything works, and then I can finish it off, put in the plastic covers. So ignition on, and if I press the clutch, there it is. So all done, guys, and obviously now it is really smooth to turn the key. Lovely. So I'm just going to finish putting the covers back on, but that is, I don't need to take you through. So with no further ado, guys, in the end, quite short videos, quite simple. Yes, we removed the locked function. I guess I could have put everything back on and probably it would still work with the lock, but once you start the brakes inside, I didn't want to risk it just in case if happens again, and then what might happen in a worse way and the guy would be left actually completely stranded. I didn't want that. Ideally is a new lock. The guy was made aware that we would be losing the steering locking function. As you've seen, it looks like it was not always working anyway. It was definitely working on Saturday when the guy came around, as I already said, but today, as you've seen, it wasn't. So it was already intermittent. So yeah, the guy is happy with it, and to leave it like this, and I'm happy that we got this done. So we helped the neighbor. He's going to be happy. I'm happy. That was actually a quite quick job. So with no further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Hope there's something here you might have learned. Not sure, but whatever. If you do still have any questions, any comments, you guys do know exactly how it works. Just put them below. And like always, thanks for watching.